Carlos Monzon, the great middleweight champion, had exactly 100 professional fights. For the last 80 of them, he goes undefeated, scoring 45 knockouts in the process. From 1964 to 1977, from the time of Cassius Clay's victory over Sonny Liston, right up to just within touching distance of Muhammad Ali's loss against Leon Spinks, Carlos Monzon is just about unbeatable. There is a little footnote to this, what is one of boxing's truly awesome unbeaten streaks, and that is that Monzon has 9 draws during this period, 7 of which take place in Argentina. Was there a little bit of home cooking? Was there some favoritism? Possibly. But unless you want to do some real digging for fight reports and learn Spanish at the same time, you're probably not going to really find out what happened during those very obscure and remote encounters. What is more important is that he avenges most of them, and he avenges the most significant ones, like his draw in the late 60s against Bad Benny Briscoe. Philadelphian slugger, all-around pain in the ass for the middleweight division. Monzon rematched him when he was champion in 1972, and after getting hurt and really buzzed in the 9th round, he showed precisely why he was, as Briscoe later said post-fight, 100% improved. Monzon came roaring back and just showed why he was, at that particular time, one of the best and most dominant middleweight forces ever. Other highlights include the title-winning effort against Nino Benvenuti, 1970, and he blasts him in the 12th round with a huge right hand. He goes on next year to become one of only 2 people to stop great middleweight campaigner Emil Griffith. In 1974, he practically abuses the great Jose Napoles, great welterweight, dared to go up to 160, and ended up getting battered by Monzon, who was then later really complimented by Angie Dundee. And then Monzon closes his career with back-to-back victories over the very dangerous, very hard-punching Colombian Rodrigo Valdez. All throughout Monzon's reign of those 14 defences, he exuded a certain, not just him being imposing, but almost an indifference with the way he could deal with you. The hard-to-read delivery of punches sometimes seemed slow, but got all his contenders and opponents into a pickle. He could loop his shots, he threw the cross very straight, and always thumping you with this very odd, almost like trombone-type jab. He used his length and height very well. He could really take a dig, as he showed against Briscoe, and as he showed in his rematch against Valdez, briefly flawed in the second. He gets up and just fires right back. In 1977, around the time he retires, a certain marvellous Marvin Hagler is in the early stages of another great unbeaten run. It would, of course, end controversially 10 years later at the hands of that Leonard man, as he said. The difference is, I believe, if you get Monzon at the tail end of his career with the arthritis, with the slowing down, having been shot by a former girlfriend in one of their heated domestics, I still feel the great Argentinian middleweight would have still closed his career with no more defeats.